Okay, ready guys? On 3, jump. 1, 2, 3.
Hello and welcome to Team 4 Sustainability's Camera Trap Volunteer Project documentary. We worked closely with Dr. Julie Richburg at the Trustees of Reservations to identify animals in pictures taken by camera traps. The Trustees of Reservations is the oldest regional land trust in the world and has over 25,000 acres of land across Massachusetts, which is about the size of Disney World. To start off our volunteer work, we headed over to Florence, Massachusetts to meet up with Dr. Richburg and learn more about how the cameras work, where they are located, and how to use the computer program to identify the animals the cameras capture. For the bulk of our project, we worked on the computers and viewed over 1,000 images. We each picked a different camera that was placed in separate locations and searched through the images to find any animals. Many of the images had captured common animals such as birds, squirrels, deer, and raccoons, but it varied on location. We were able to identify some more uncommon animals like a black bear, a moose, and a bobcat. After we completed identifying each set of images on a camera, we emailed our findings back to Dr. Richburg and she then compared them to other findings to test our accuracy. Towards the end of the semester, we met up with Dr. Richburg at one of the trustees' properties, Mount Warner, and joined her in checking one of the camera traps that had been installed in November. While there, Dr. Richburg showed us her specially designed app that allowed her to see where the camera traps are, how to find them, or when they were last checked. The camera trap that we went to was located near a creek that was frequently visited by animals. Camera traps have been used to aid scientists and conservationists all across the world to study rare animals in remote habitats.
One of the reasons why I started doing these cameras was to collect some baseline data so that if we can start seeing shifts in wildlife usage with climate change. It's a little bit harder with the mammals that we have here. You know, they may or may not be sensitive to some of the changes that we're going to be seeing, but maybe some of their patterns and how they're using things might change. You know, as a land trust, we have a real responsibility to try to figure out how our habitats can kind of maintain and sustain some of the biodiversity that we have. And so having an idea of what's using our properties, the habitats that are on our properties, what's threatening them, that'll all help us create and support kind of resilient habitats. Yeah, so I focus on Western Mass, so I have cameras from like Route 495 west. There are about 40 different properties that I move my cameras around on, and I have about 15 cameras that I circulate in between those properties. So sometimes we do like minor modifications if we're setting up on a tree and we're facing it towards whatever resource we think the animals are going to come to, right? We might do some clipping of brush or ferns or something.
By the end of our volunteering work, we realized just how beneficial this was towards helping Dr. Richburg figure out how our changing climate will affect Western Mass wildlife. Each picture was almost like a puzzle where we had to find the missing piece, or aka the animal. As a team, we now encourage all of you to check out the Trustees of Reservations and learn more about how they are working towards a more sustainable future.